This is actually a real document. There's space for witnesses to sign.
Welcome. Hi everyone, I am Kieran Osborne. This week I've been reviewing a video that Ashville Construction, Louisy, has uploaded onto YouTube. Just before Christmas I sent him over a parody will that I'd made based on some of his videos that I've been watching. I thought I'd make a will and send it to him, see what he thought.
To this moment, today I've received a gift from Squiggle Consult. It got my attention because I had a look at what they do, and they actually do wills. They look after your estate. I've had a read of this, and it gets a mention because it's quite interesting. So, last will and testament of Daniel Ashville Louisy. Right, here we go. I appoint my right-hand man, Terry Duff, to be my sole executor and trustee.
I'm happy about that. It means I don't get nothing.
So thanks for taking the time out of your day to have a read. I'm glad it made your day. So yeah, just want to clarify a few things that were discussed in it. Number one, Terry mentions that as he's an executor, he's not getting anything, and he's not going to be able to benefit from the will. That's completely false. Okay, so just because an executor, the person who's administering the estate of the deceased, just because they're administering it doesn't mean that they can't benefit. So as Terry's a beneficiary as well as an executor, he can still benefit.
I give my car collection, not the taxi, to my headache customer, Yanni Shalalambus,
A jungle gym and a trampoline.
also known as Yanni Mize. I give my collection of London memorabilia to Walthamstow Pump House Museum. Not bad, it will have a good home there. I give my YouTube royalties to be shared equally between my guy behind the camera, Will Blackburn, Will, shout out to you, and my other guy behind the camera, Glenn Jenkins. I give my boxing punch bag to Maya Brown. What you're gonna do with a 7-foot heavy duty extra large punch bag, Maya, I don't know.
Point two, you mentioned that your London memorabilia is gonna have a good home at the Pump House Museum. And yes, I think you're right, it is gonna have a good home, and therefore it's important when writing your will to make sure there's a good home for some of your more sentimental items. For example, a punch bag for Maya, probably a really bad idea by the sounds of it. Whereas the London memorabilia, good idea. So do think about when you're writing a will, whether those people that you're giving your sentimental items to are actually going to really want to have those items. There is a chance that although you may really cherish that item, your grandson who you want to give it to, or whoever it may be, okay, actually isn't a great fan of it.
To pay my debts and any funeral costs. Well, that's very nice.
Hang on, so if you croak it, I got to pay all your debts and your taxes?
Yes, Terry, you got to go and pay for all them lorries outside.
Point three is where you mention about paying debts. Now, the payment of debts in any will is always one of the first things that needs to be paid. Unfortunately, when you die, debts have to be paid first. And what happens is your assets are sold, so whatever you've got, whether it be a house, a cash investment, anything like that, then what happens is they are cashed in effectively and liquidated, and they are used to pay off your debts. Your executors will organise that. However, the executors don't need to use their personal money to pay your debts. Okay, they are not personally liable to pay for your debts, and the only thing that they would ever become personally liable for is if they were acted maliciously or fraudulently. So yeah.
Yeah. I would like to know why you think I'm going to drop down dead, and maybe now I need to watch my back. Maybe I'll be walking across the yard and Terry could reverse over me in a loading shovel.
Well, no, that's what I was doing when the tiger seal dropped. I was just measuring your weight. Hang on, whoa, hang on.
Hey, Brav, you just shoved me and I felt like you put a little pressure on my back there, Brav.
So point four is you needing to watch your back. Now, the good thing is there is a law. 2 seconds. The thing is that if you are killed by someone that is listed in your will, then there is a law that the person that killed you forfeits their gift. Okay, so just means that if you were to find you underneath the loading shovel, then Terry's forfeited his gift in the will.
So thanks for this, guys. I very much appreciate this, but if you could contact me, I'd like to find out who your snitch is, because you have a lot of information, and trust me, I won't snitch on you. I don't snitch on my snitch. If you snitch on your snitch, they won't be your snitch much longer, so I will not snitch. Snitch to me, but I'll keep it. I'll take the secret to my grave. Believe the audacity of these prayers, you know. I will, you know, like I'm dead.
Final point number 5 is who's the snitch? So there's a lot of information that I've managed to be able to include within your will. The good thing is no one snitched, okay? And I've managed to find a lot of information online. This is just kind of a warning really to the viewers to make sure that you're keeping an eye on the information that you're putting online. Fortunately, everything I've got around Daniel, his team and Ashville is all public available information and isn't too intrusive. But the kind of places that I found this information you need to be careful of is Companies House. First of all, Companies House is a list of all the limited companies there are, and also charities. It has a list of directors, their addresses, their dates of birth, and their full names, things like that. And the second place I looked was LinkedIn. LinkedIn lists all, well, should you have a LinkedIn account, would list any employees and where they work, and you could search by company. So for example, what I did to find out everyone's names, you can literally just type in Ashville and it'll bring up all the employees that work for Ashville. Obviously, YouTube was one of the sources for us, and Daniel gives a lot away on his YouTube videos about running his business. Again, I'm sure he keeps an eye out for making sure he's not giving too much away. And then the last place that I use to validate wills, and that's not in particular for this video, we didn't need to because it didn't matter, but all our wills, the addresses are validated with Royal Mail to make sure that we get the addresses exactly how they're meant to be. So yeah, just be cautious of what you put online, whether it be Facebook, any social media, or any other accounts that you may have online. Thanks everyone for watching the video today. Thanks again to Daniel at Ashville for taking the time out to do a video for us. And of course, if you like this video, please let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Cheers.